The 0-1, bouncer to third, diving is Haney, backhanded by Bullock, a long throw, in time! Tommy Bullock, what a play! Swings and drives this one to left, going over, Ober dives, lays out, and makes the grab! Oh my goodness! The 1-2, ground ball through the left side, base hit, rounding third and being waved home as Carson Johnson. The throw home is not going to be in time! RBI single for Drew Ober, 2-0 Charlotte. Pitch to Antonini, driven out to deep right field, going back is Lynch, still going back to the wall, and he leaps and makes the catch! Oh, what a grab by Austin Lynch, the inning's over. The righty sets. Andy will swing and a miss. First batter up, first strikeout for Ryan Chanskowski. One away here in the opening frame. First pitch to Lovely, ground ball to second. Diving stop by Johnson. He gets up, fires to first in time, and the inning's over. How about that? Carson Johnson saves a run. Greetings from Robert and Miriam Hayes Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's time for game number 2 of this massive Conference USA series between the Charlotte 49ers and the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on CUSA TV. I'm Jackson Kaplan. Delighted for you to spend part of your Saturday with us. The Charlotte 49ers taking game 1 of this series, which has huge implications for the upcoming Conference USA tournament in Biloxi, Mississippi at the end of this month. The Niners taking a 4-2 decision last night in game number 1. 4 runs on 11 hits, putting together a complete pitching and defensive performance. Look to replicate that today against a tough Middle Tennessee offense. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Blue Raiders, as first-year head coach Jim Tillman signs this lineup card and turns it into home plate. Darian Pruitt, the center fielder, will lead things off, followed by the catcher Aaron Antonini batting second. The pitcher hitting for himself, Peyton Wigginton, hits third. Batting cleanup the first baseman, Brett Stratinsky, followed by the shortstop Miles Christian batting fifth. Hitting sixth, the third baseman, Drew Huff. Blake Benefield, the right fielder, is in the 7th spot, followed by the center fielder, Peter Brown, making his first appearance of the series. And Tanner Parker hits 9th, rounding out the order. Starting defense for Lauren Hibbs' club, the 49ers. Battery of the infield, Bryce McGowan, the freshman out of Cary, North Carolina, gets the start. Harris Yett is his battery mate behind the plates. Infield from left to right for Charlotte, Josh Haney at third. Tommy Bullock at short, Carson Johnson at second, and Dominic Camerata at first. Outfield from left to right, Drew Ober in left field, Todd Elwood in center, and Riley Cheek gets the start in right field. Bryce McGowan, wears number 19, stands at 6'1", 193. The freshman from Cary will face off against the left-hander, Darian Pruitt. Pruitt, the center fielder, as I mentioned, the senior from Columbia, Tennessee. First pitch from McGowan, misses outside, and we're underway here right on time at 2 o'clock p.m. on a humid afternoon here in the Queen City. Game time temperature 83 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The 1-0 from McGowan, he's a quick worker, misses down low for ball 2, 2-0. Numbers for Bryce this season, making his 11th start in just his first year, 3-5, 5.10 ERA. 2-0 pitch on the way, taken up and in for a called strike, 2-1 the count. David Brown, our home plate umpire for game number 2. Charlotte again taking the 4-2 decision last night. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens up at 2-2. Charlotte coming in at 17-26-1 overall, 8-13-1 in conference play. Middle Tennessee 16-29, 9-13 in league play. The 2-2 pitch disturbed into shallow left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. It just gets over the glove of Tommy Bullock for a leadoff single by Darian Pruitt. Good start for the Blue Raider offense, and that will bring up Aaron Antonini. Darian Pruitt yesterday was in the leadoff spot as well. He was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Gets his first hit of the weekend right there. And Antonini will now dig in. Antonini, the Blue Raider catcher, hitting second for the second consecutive day. The junior from Hollywood, Florida. Yesterday he was 0 for 2 as well with 2 walks. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 at 92 miles per hour from the freshman McGowan. McGowan this season, 47 2/3 innings of work, 33 strikeouts to 31 walks, and opponents are batting .257 against him. They'll check on the runner Pruitt at first base. He can run. He's perfect in stolen bases this year, 11 for 11. Had a stolen base yesterday. So Antonini now to the plate. He's batting .272. Has started all 45 games for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Charlotte coming into the series was 1.5 games back of a three-way tie for 7th in the conference standings, as they definitely need a Conference USA Series win this weekend to stay alive in the Conference USA tournament hunt. The 1-1 pitch smacked to the right side, base hit. Back-to-back singles for Middle Tennessee. Pruitt goes up to second base. Good start for the Blue Raiders. First and second, nobody out here for the pitcher, Peyton Wigginton, trying to help himself out. So both Pruitt and Antonini on their first at-bats get their first hits of the series. And now Wigginton to the dish. Wigginton last night was the DH. Today he's the starting pitcher. Good performance last night at the plate. He was 3 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, as Sean Doty immediately comes out of the 49er dugout to talk with McGowan. Peyton Wigginton on the offensive side this season for Middle Tennessee. He's batting .294, 18 games and 17 starts at the plate, 20 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. Sean Doty, his third year as the pitching coach for the 49ers. As Bryce McGowan gives up back-to-back singles from Darian Pruitt and Aaron Antonini, first and second right away here for the Blue Raiders. They were held to just 2 runs on 7 hits yesterday. In fact, all combined 18 hits were singles. That is a stat you do not see often, but it happened last night. As Charlotte got off to the 1-0 start in the third and never let go of the lead. Middle Tennessee did tie it in the top of the 6th before Charlotte answered right back with 3 runs of their own in the bottom half. Charlotte's now won 3 of their last 5 entering this game. First pitch from McGowan is a breaking ball at the knees for a strike to Peyton Wigginton. 0-1 the count. Wigginton, the sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee. Again, he is today's starting pitcher for Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders used 4 different arms yesterday. Zach Keenan got the start. A 1 pitch, tap foul. Good start for McGowan. Quickly 0-2. McGowan's last start came last weekend against FIU. Went 3 innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Was left with a no decision as Charlotte won 10-9 in that game last weekend in Miami in 14 innings to take the series from the Panthers. McGowan sets. And the 0-2 pitch. This one swung on and laced into center field for a base hit. Rounding third base and coming home is Pruitt. He will score 3 straight hits to begin the ball game for Middle Tennessee. RBI single by Peyton Wigginton. It's 1-0 Blue Raiders. So McGowan just trying to settle in as Darian Pruitt will score. Antonini up to second base. It's exactly what you want to do as a pitcher, throw strikes, but sometimes you just can't do anything about the offense hitting everything you're throwing. That's exactly what the Blue Raiders are doing right now as McGowan tries to take care of Brett Stratinsky. The freshman sets and the first pitch is fouled down the left side. It will get out of play. 0-1 the count to the Blue Raider cleanup hitter. Brett Stratinsky hitting the cleanup spot today. He batted 7th yesterday. The senior from Palos Hills, Illinois, transfer at McHenry County Community College. Made a couple nice plays defensively at first. That 1 pitch swing and a miss on 92-mile-per-hour heater. Bryce McGowan can bring it with that fastball. Again, just a freshman this year, has been the weekend starter for most, if not all, of this season. The only time he really hasn't started on a weekend was all the way back on opening weekend against Delaware. The 0-2 pitch. Just gets a piece to stay alive as he fouls it back. 0-2. So 1-0 Blue Raiders on 3 straight hits to begin the ball game. A great offensive start here for the Blue Raiders. Brett Stratinsky playing just his 12th game, making his 8th start. Hitting .321, 9 hits, 1 double, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs on the season. Slugging percentage of .679. Here's the 0-2, foul back to the screen again, and Stratinsky stays alive. Stratinsky this season batting .500 with runners in scoring position. Aaron Antonini at second base. Peyton Wigginton, who helps himself out, is at first after his RBI single. It's always nice as a pitcher where you can do some damage on the offensive side as well and pick yourself up when you go out there on the mound in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 from McGowan, breaking ball, missing down low. At 75 that time, 1 ball and 2 strikes. With runners on base, opponents hitting just .217 against Bryce McGowan on the year. Right now, Charlotte just trying to get an out on defense. The 1-2 on the way. Swings and laces this one to right field for a base hit. Rounding third base and coming home to score is Antonini. Up to third base is Wigginton. RBI single from Brett Stratinsky, and it's 2-0 Middle Tennessee. 4 straight hits to begin the ball game, and 2 runs come across. They're just hitting everything Bryce McGowan is throwing to him right now. And now Miles Christian to the plate. So good early run support for Wigginton. He now stands 90 feet away, as the Blue Raiders are trying to respond from a tight 4-2 defeat last night. Charlotte got a great start from Ryan Chanskowski. First pitch missing outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Miles Christian, the sophomore from Olive Branch, Mississippi, hitting the cleanup spot yesterday, batting 5th today. Last night, Christian was 1 for 4 at the dish with the runs scored. Christian on the season, batting .223, has started 44 of 45 games, 35 hits, 8 doubles, 9 home runs, 28 knocked in. He's got a lot of power in his bat. 1-1 pitch, missing up and in at E6, 2-1. So 2-0 Blue Raiders, still nobody out here in the top of the first. 4 straight hits, all singles to begin the ball game for the Blue Raiders. Trying to even up this series and force a rubber game tomorrow afternoon, scheduled for 12 noon here at the Hayes. 2-1 pitch, ripped but foul off to the right. And the count evens up at 2-2. Miles Christian had quite the high school career. He was drafted the 18th round by the Seattle Mariners. Doesn't hit for a high average, neither this year or last year. But once he gets a hold of it, it can go a long way. Just looking at the power numbers on the year, slugging percentage of .459 as well. Pitch is swung on and missed. Christian goes down. First strikeout and first out here in the top of the first for Bryce McGowan. Got him on an 82-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Finally, 1 away for Charlotte here in the opening frame, and Drew Huff to the plate. Drew Huff now to the dish, the freshman third baseman. Local product at Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Huff last night was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Pair of groundouts to second base and a flyout to center. Struck out in his final at-bat of the night. Charlotte got a great combined pitching performance from Ryan Chanskowski, Patrick Shapinski, and Joey Cooner. As Chanskowski had a career-high 5 strikeouts in a start, had 6 strikeouts early on in the year in relief against Coppin State, as he tossed 5 shutout innings in his start, just 3 hits allowed. Encoring another solid performance last weekend at FIU. Patrick Shapinski followed with 1 inning of work, and Joey Cooner followed that with just 2 hits allowed through 3 with 1 earned run and 5 Ks. McGowan comes set to the 1-1 pitch to his fellow freshman, foul back. Off to the right, 1-2 the count. Drew Huff on the season, batting .260, on base percentage of .306. He's batting .320 with runners in scoring position, and .277 with runners on base. Peyton Wigginton at third, Brett Stratinsky at first. 2-0 Blue Raiders early on. McGowan fires the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Bryce McGowan. Gets Drew Huff on the high cheese for out number 2. 91 clocked on the gun that time, and now Blake Benefield to the plate. So a good response here from Bryce McGowan after giving up 4 straight hits and 2 runs. Tries to get out of this inning without any further damage, but we'll have to take care of another good power hitter in Blake Benefield. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, nothing in 1 the count. Blake Benefield with 2 outs on the board this season, batting just .238 but .359 with runners in scoring position. Overall, Benefield's batting .267 through 45 games and 42 starts. 44 hits, 11 doubles, 9 home runs, 27 ribbies. A 1 pitch foul back to the screen. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2. So McGowan tries to get the side after allowing the RBI single from Brett Stratinsky to make it 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits early on for Middle Tennessee. Already early activity in the Charlotte bullpen. Nothing serious yet, but a righty's currently getting loose. The 0-2 pitch just gets a piece on the foul tip. And Benefield stays alive. Both Benefield and Christian have 9 home runs on the season. Both of those home run totals are tied for 6th in Conference USA entering this weekend. Benefield last night in the cleanup spot, or in the 3-hole spot, was 1 for 4 with the run scored. Also struck out twice. So Bryce McGowan tries to work his way out of the inning. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, taken high at the letters for ball 1. Bryce McGowan, season high 5 strikeouts a few weeks ago here against Rice. Had arguably his best start of the season. 1-2 pitch, foul back. Count stays at 1-2. Against Rice, he went 5 innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and a season-high 5 Ks. As I mentioned, he's had 4 strikeouts 4 different times against Delaware, Canisius, Coppin State, and Kent State. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Wigginton at third, Stratinsky at first. 2-0 Middle Tennessee after 4 straight hits to begin the ball game. There's the 1-2 on the way. Off speed, missing outside. And the count levels at 2-2. Charlotte and Middle Tennessee today meeting for the 17th time all-time. Charlotte's now 7-9 all-time against Middle Tennessee. They've both have been playing baseball since 2014. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Bryce McGowan gets the next 3 in order, all swinging to retire the side. But Middle Tennessee knocks 4 straight hits and drives home 2 to take an early lead here as we enter the bottom of the first from Robert and Miriam Hayes Stadium. You're watching 49er Baseball on CUSA TV. The 1-1 pitch laced down the right field line for a base hit. It's going to roll all the way into the corner. Austin Lynch on his way to second base with a 1-out double. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The third on to second base is going to be in time. Strike him out, throw him out. The Niners are out of the inning. How about that? 2-2 pitch, smoked into deep left center field. Going back is DeFebo, and it's going to one-hop the wall. Tommy Bullock will trot into second with the leadoff double. Top half of the 5th here from BB&T Ballpark in Uptown Charlotte. We thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday night here in the Queen City. I'm Jackson Kaplan. It's 2-0 49ers over the Wolfpack as Brad Debo steps in to lead off the 5th here against Patrick Shapinski, back out for his 2nd inning of work for the 49ers. As the double play ended another inning for Charlotte, their second turn double play tonight. They got the 6-3 groundouts of Patrick Bailey after Will Wilson led off the inning with a single off Shapinski. The Charlotte defense coming through once again. 0-2 pitch to Debo, just missing low and away, 1-2. Debo walked in his last at-bat, but was called out at second on the 4-6-3 double play turned 2 in the 2nd inning for Charlotte. Shapinski the 1-2. Slow ground ball to short. Routine for Bullock. Throws to first to get Debo in time for out number 1. Tommy Bullock has been locked down at short all season for the Niners. Continues that terrific play here tonight. 1 out, nobody on for Vojta Menchik. Vojta Menchik, the Czech Republic native, the freshman, flew out to left field in his first at-bat. First pitch from Shapinski, cut on and missed. 0-1. Shapinski, the 0-1. On the outside corner, quickly 0-2. Patrick Shapinski, after a tough freshman campaign, has become Charlotte's most reliable middle innings guy so far on the young season. The 0-2. Just missing off the corner. Charlotte crowd didn't like it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shapinski last year, 9 innings pitched with an ERA of 18.50. 1-2 pitch swung on him, missed. Down goes Menchik for out number 2. Second strikeout for Patrick Shapinski. 2 outs, nobody on for Lawson MacArthur. Patrick Shapinski has made appearances against Delaware, at Clemson, Canisius, Kent State, at Arkansas, and Kaplan State, so he's pitched in every game, in every series for Charlotte this season. Check swing by MacArthur. Did he go around? He did not. 1-0 the counts. MacArthur grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in his first at bat. The junior here from Charlotte. Went to the same high school as Harris Yates and Colby Bruce for the Niners, South Meck High School. 2 balls, no strikes. Year to the NC State left fielder. 2-0, missing low and in. Count quickly 3-0. Shapinski's last appearance came against Kaplan State. Tossed just 1/3 of an inning in the Niners' 9-3 loss. Allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and a strikeout. 3-0, taken all the way, 3-1. Shapinski's longest outing came at Arkansas in the 9-2 loss to the Razorbacks in Fayetteville. Allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 3 Ks. MacArthur takes low and in for a 5-pitch walk, and NC State has a runner aboard with 2 outs. Inning will continue for Terrell Tatum.
Now batting number 1, Terrell Tatum.
Tatum struck out swinging in his last at-bat. Sophomore from Collierville, Tennessee. First pitch to Tatum. MacArthur taking a big lead at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Bullpen quiet at the moment for the Niners, but now Colby Bruce getting up and loose for Charlotte. Former high school teammate of Lawson MacArthur, both in the same graduating class at South Meck. 1-0, missing down low. Shapinski trying to get his command back, but Terrell Tatum's quickly ahead. 2 balls and no strikes. Terrell Tatum with 3 2-hit games this season for the Wolfpack, and pitching coach Sean Doty will make a trip to the mound for the first time tonight. So for the Wolfpack, just 2 hits so far. A double by Tyler McDonough to lead off the ball game in the first, and then a single by Will Wilson to begin Patrick Shapinski's outing in the fourth. Other than that, Charlotte pitching and defense has been superb so far tonight against one of the most potent offenses in the nation, and definitely the most potent overall offense in the ACC so far. NC State's 15-0, their longest winning streak since 2013. Their last undefeated start came in 1992 when they went 12-0. NC State, of course, led by legendary 23rd-year head coach Elliott Avent, and his resume speaks for itself. As a head coach at both New Mexico State and NC State, 1,073 wins and 722 losses. Was hired by NC State in 1996, and the rest is history. 2-0, fastball in there for a strike, 2-1. NC State, 2 trips to the College World Series in their illustrious program history, last in 2013. Two-one pitch, Wolfpack chant going off here at BB&T Ballpark. And a large contingent of red is here at BB&T. 3 balls, 1 strike to Tatum. Runner at first and 2 outs. Shapinski deals right down the middle for a called strike. Count goes full. In the 22 years of Elliott Avent's tenure prior to this season, they've only missed the postseason 5 times. 27 NCAA tournament appearances, as I mentioned, 2 College World Series. A payoff pitch, MacArthur goes just missing outside. And Tatum down to first with another 2-out walk. 2 runners on for NC State. They're threatening for the second time here in the ball game. First runner in scoring position for the Wolfpack since the top of the first. And now JT Jarrett to the plate. Patrick Shapinski has been good about walks this season. A pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. 13 Ks and 4 walks coming into this outing. But now up to 6 with his 2 walks with 2 outs here in the 5th. As Elliot Avent wants to make a change. Looks like it won't be JT Jarrett. Johnny Butler currently taking some cuts, and he will step up for NC State. Johnny Butler, the sophomore from Illinois, 6'1", 195 pounds. So Johnny Butler will pinch hit for JT Jarrett as he went down swinging in his only at-bat of the night. So he will bat with 2 runners on for the Wolfpack and 2 outs. Trying to get a big 2-out hit, just like the Niners did to them in the 3rd, a pair of 2 runs. Both 2-out RBI singles by Carson Johnson and Drober, knocking Kanan Silver out of the ball game. So Lawson MacArthur at second base and Terrell Tatum at first. NC State threatening here with 2 outs. The 0-1. 79-mile-per-hour breaking ball missing low and in. 1-1 the counts. I have to guess this will be Shapinski's last inning, if he can get out of it. Colby Bruce getting warm in the bullpen. Okay, these midweek games are typically bullpen days for most teams. Try and get their pitching staff as much work as possible and rest their arms for the weekend ahead. An important weekend coming up this weekend for Charlotte as they start Conference USA play, as they will visit the Old Dominion Monarchs in Norfolk, Virginia. Conference USA play always a grind. 1-1 pitch, ripped to the right side for a base hit. Lawson MacArthur will be waved home from second base. He will score. The throw is going to be cut off to Tommy Bullock. It's an RBI single for Johnny Butler with 2 outs. And NC State's on the board. So Patrick Shapinski all with 2 outs, a pair of walks, and an RBI single. So Johnny Butler, the pinch hit, pays off. His 16th hit of the season and 6th RBI for the sophomore. Back to the top of the order, Tyler McDonough to the plate. Double in the first, flew out to center field in the 3rd. Shapinski trying to keep the 49ers in front. First pitch of McDonough smothered by Yetz. 1-0 the count. So Terrell Tatum now at third base. Good hitter to have at the plate if you're the Wolfpack in this situation. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. 3 hits for the Wolfpack. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. A good breaking ball gets him way out in front. One ball and 1 strike. Tatum the tying run 90 feet away. Swung on and missed. Goes back to that same pitch and gets him again. Same pitch, same spot, and same results. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to the freshman center fielder for NC State. Wolfpack get on the board for the first time. Here's another look at it. It's a nasty breaking ball from Shapinski. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Patrick sets. Runner goes. Fly ball to deep left field. Drifting back is Ober. He's under it and will make the catch for out number 3. Side retired. So NC State leaves runners on the corners, but they get on the board. A 2-out RBI single by Johnny Butler. It's 2-1 Charlotte as we head to the bottom of the 5th here from BB&T Ballpark.